So I know that sticking with your goals and plans for the year can be challenging as we are undoubtedly going to hit setbacks. So what are some of the strategies that you can use to ensure that you achieve success in 2022? And I have 7 strategies that I'm going to share with you. So the first thing you want to do is to remember your why. And here it is, you want to be thinking through where you are at that stage in your life, what is important to you, what do you think you're called to do, and also the life you want to create for yourself. And you set your goals and your intentions around that, because you want to ensure that what you're pursuing, the goals you're pursuing, aren't about what you hear other people talking about and doing, but they are related to where you see yourself 5, 10 years, 1 year from now, kind of stuff. They're your goals, they're your intentions. Remember your why. And that's going to be very important on days when you're feeling discouraged or you hit a bump in the road. So remembering your why, knowing why you're doing what you're doing, is going to be very, very important. The second strategy is to see habit change as identity change. And what do I mean by that? A lot of times when we think about how we want to improve and grow and develop, a huge part of that is changing our habits, because the fact is we sometimes have bad habits. We spend way too much time watching Netflix or scrolling through Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, when we could be using the time to do things that are going to make meaningful changes in our lives. So rather than taking on and when we do that, when we think about changing our habits, we think about what the outcome is that we want to achieve. So for instance, you may say, I want to lose 10 pounds, or you may say that I want to read more books this year, because you're focused on the outcomes. And I read a book last year, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and what he recommended is that rather than focusing on the outcome you want to achieve, when you're changing your habits, focus on who you want to become. So rather than saying I want to lose weight, 10 or 15 pounds, say to yourself, I want to become a healthy person. And what do healthy people do? They make good choices about food and how they move their bodies. And if it is that you focus on becoming a healthy person, you are going to lose weight. Again, if you, rather than saying you want to read 6 or 12 books for the year, see yourself as somebody who reads. See yourself as a reader. And if you see yourself as a reader, you're more than likely to end up reading much more books than, say, the 6 or 12 that you were focused on. Because what do readers do? They read. And you will continually, you won't just be reading 6 or 12 books for the year. By seeing yourself as a reader, it becomes a longer term initiative that you can sustain, or a longer term habit that you can sustain. The third thing you want to do, and this one also comes from the same book, Atomic Habits, the author speaks about making tiny changes, becoming 1% better at something every single day. So if it is that you focus on making tiny changes and just becoming 1% better at something every single day, at the end of a year, you're more than likely to improve up to 37%. So small changes can lead to big results. That's the final analysis. So rather than thinking about making this big change that you're not going to be able to support or sustain, start by making small changes. The fourth strategy that I would suggest is to make sure that your goals are realistic. So in a lot of instances, we make goals and we're able to sustain them, and we abandon them by February or March of the year because they weren't realistic. Even when you say you want to lose weight, did you make it specific? Did you make it measurable? Did you make it attainable? Did you make it realistic? Was it time bound? So again, you want to make sure that when you set goals and plans for yourself, that you're trying to make them as smart as possible. The fifth strategy I'm going to suggest is that you anticipate the barriers that you're gonna come across. So it's not if you're going to hit setbacks, it's when you're gonna hit setbacks. So if you have set a goal for yourself, say for instance, you want to save more money this year, or you want to reduce debt, or you want to invest more, it's a done deal that you're going to come across setbacks that are going to impact your ability to stay on track and to keep that goal. So what you want to do is to think about what are some of the obstacles that are likely to come into your way, what unplanned expenditure might come up for the year, and how are you going to deal with that? One of the goals I have for this year is I want to swim consistently throughout the year, to do my lap swimming. And I know that one of the biggest challenges I'm going to have, especially through the winter months, is waking up and being at the pool by 9 o'clock every single Saturday morning. When it's 25 degrees outside, I'm an island girl. I do not like the cold. I'm going to want to turn over in my bed and not get up to go into any pool for an hour on a Saturday morning. So I'm going to have to think about those obstacles and have a plan in place to ensure that I do get up and I meet the goal of swimming through winter, swimming through spring, summer, and so on and so forth. So think about what some of your obstacles might be and come up with a plan to deal with them so that you can stay focused and just follow through on what it is that you're going to do. The sixth strategy that I'm going to suggest is to consider the cost of not following through with your goal that you have set for yourself. And here's what I mean. In a lot of instances, when we set goals, especially when we make them SMART, they're goals that are very meaningful to you and they're very important. But life happens. And sometimes some really good reasons come up why you think that you have to abandon the goal, or you delay, or you procrastinate. But a lot of times we do that and we don't think about what is the opportunity that I am passing up by not doing that which I said I'm going to do. How might this affect my future? How might this set me back from the life I am hoping to achieve because I choose not to do it because it's a little hard or inconvenient at this time? So I think sometimes when we fail to follow through on our goals, we don't stop to think about the cost to ourselves, financially, professionally, personally. What are you giving up when you choose in the moment to not follow through on something? How are you undermining your future in terms of how you're acting today? So consider the costs. And then the seventh and final one is to build in accountability. The truth of the matter is you will not be able to achieve your goals and objectives by yourself. You're going to need help. So how are you going to use your inner circle, your family and loved ones to help you stay accountable for that which you say you're going to do? So one of the things I said I wanted to do this year was to start the YouTube channel. Do I know what I'm doing entirely? Nope. But I'm starting, and this video, my first video, is probably not going to be my best video. But you know what? I've started, and I have accountability with my 11-year-old daughter who is watching me do this, and I have accountability with one of my very good friends who she is going to be, we have a check-in meeting once a week, and the things that we speak about in terms of what we're working on, we keep abreast, we check in with each other to find out how it is that we are doing on that what we said we're going to do. So you want to find people who are going to help you stay accountable. You want to, of course, use different apps probably on your phone to set reminders to help you stay on track and to do the things that you need to do to lead to the results that you need to get, kind of stuff. But you want to build in accountability, because it's not just saying you're going to do it, it's also how are you going to ensure that you do it. So at the end of the day, I really hope that you gained something from watching this video, and I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe to my channel. If you have feedback that you'd like to share with me, anything that you think I ought to be thinking about as I continue to do these videos, please share. I'm hoping to learn, and I'm also hoping to share things with you that can help you in your own journey towards personal and professional development. So until next time, I'm Tamika, and remember, it's a learning life for real.